Hi, this is EJ with EJ Star Tarot. This is a mid-month check-in for December 2017 for the sign of Gemini. And I'm just going to go ahead and get into your reading, Gemini. You start out with the Two of Swords. You have the Two of Swords. This is partnership and balance. It usually is partnership. It's also being at a crossroads in regards to a decision that needs to be made. It's also, you know, needing to evaluate if you're being treated equal by your, partner, significant other. If you're not, then maybe you need to communicate about it. Let them know where you stand. As far as work, I feel you might be stuck waiting on a decision that needs to be made on other people, and that's always frustrating, right? Maybe you're waiting on a call in regards to an interview, or just, anything. Maybe a decision on an interview. It's just saying to be patient, don't be pushy, and then, you don't want people to make quick judgments or decisions, okay? I mean, and if you've done everything that you needed to do and it all went well, then the decision will work out in your favor. As far as love, this card signifies that your relationship will move into a lighter, easier, more balanced phase with treating each other with respect and communication and being equal and sharing. Finances, I feel like there's a need for balance and caution with your finances. Make sure that you know how you're spending your money, keep track on it, stay balanced with your checkbook or your accounts. And then I see that some of you are being creative in making extra money. And if you don't need to spend any money, then don't, because I feel like there's a need for balance here. Okay. Then you have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles represents a Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And, you may have these traits, or you may have somebody in your circle that's one of those signs. And this is about being bored in some ways. Maybe you're bored at work, and you needed to make a decision if you should, choose a different job. And that can be that can be part of the problem of not having balance. And then it's affecting your personal relationship because you're so bored at work. In some ways, you're tempted to say things to, shake people up a little bit, just get a little excitement, but, kind of hold your energy. I have to say I'm Gemini Sun and Rising, and then Moon in Virgo. And this is exactly how I'm feeling. It's so weird. So I guess this message is for me. But in general, the Page of Pentacles is an excellent energy to support you when you have somewhat tedious work to get accomplished. The Page gives you focus. It gives you the backbone, where you might just want to withdraw and be like, I don't feel like doing this right now, which Geminis tend to do once they're bored. They just kind of like leave it there. I'll get to you later, and then kind of never see it again. Well, I kind of do, but not for a while. As far as work, more work can be done than there is time for some of you, very small percentage. But, you know, don't be afraid to roll up your sleeves and dive right on in wherever someone needs help, or maybe there's something else you can do to help you keep busy at work. I feel like for some of you, you're going to have good news, and it's going to be good news. It's going to be news that you want to hear. You may feel overwhelmed and excited for some of you, and some of you not so much. And remember that slow and steady always wins the race, okay? Like if you're trying to plan something, get things done before, you know, the holidays, take your time in getting it done, because when you rush, you'll make mistakes, and then, you know, it'll come and bite you later. And so it's better just to take your time, get it done, make sure it's, you know, you cross all your T's and dot your I's. And then I'm feeling like for some of you, as far as love, if you're already in a relationship, I feel like you've lost that lust for your partner, or you're losing that sense of love or happiness that you used to feel. It doesn't mean that your relationship is completely dead. You know, maybe you need to communicate, talk, and try to figure something out to make it work. And as in regards to finances, the Page of Pentacles, you know, is letting you know, to make sure you balance. Think the old-fashioned way. If you don't have the money, don't buy it. Save, you know, for a rainy day. And also, if you're looking for a new job, don't sell yourself short. This is a time for you to ask for more money, I feel like, for some of you. I feel like for some of you, you just, you know, you've probably been out of work for a while, and you're just happy to get employment. So you're just like accepting anything, you know, anything that may come your way, just to have money. And I get it. I've been there. I'm there. Because I feel like for some of you, you're not even compensated for the things that you know, like your knowledge and your experience that you have. I just feel like you're just not being compensated well. And I feel like now would be a good time to make that change. Just don't invest or spend a lot of money, you know, just kind of save and just, you know, wait until you're in a better spot to be able to use that, you know, spend that extra money. Then you've got the Hermit card, which represents a Virgo. So again, you either have these traits or these people are in your circle. In the Virgo, okay, the Hermit is a spiritual, you know, card. It usually has to do with large institutions and organizations like banks, you know, churches, spirituality, anything that indicates spirituality. Or whatever that, you know, is to you. You may be trying hard to figure out truth about something or someone, or a matter, but don't feel like you have it all on your own. Ask for help if you need help, okay? Gather more information, look up things, you know, do some research. You know, just like the Strength card, you may even you may more so be in the frame of mind that you need some time alone, okay? And you need time to figure things out, or you just need time to see what direction you're going to. We're going into a new year. I'm sure you want to change it up. I know I do. You want to clear your head, you know, go for a walk or something. You want to make sure that you're doing the right thing and making the right choices and making the right decision on things that need, you know, your attention. I feel like for some of you, a past love may come up. He or she may want to rekindle what you had before. But, you know, they're an ex for a reason. You know, I always say if they're an ex for a reason. And do you want to go in that same route again? Do you want to deal with that same person again? Do you want to have the same emotions that you had, go through the struggles that you had all over again, like with that same person? And as far as money, again, this is time to be conservative. Don't overspend. Don't gamble. Don't, you know, buy things that you don't need. So this is what this, you know, card is saying. Let's get into your oracle cards. And you've got attachment, okay? An attachment, you know, it's all about letting go of how you used to be, letting go of bottled up fear from the past, you know, or desperation about the future. Like, don't be so anxious to get there, or don't dwell on what happened in the past, because I feel like that stuff from the past is keeping you stuck from moving forward. You know, you to think about your emotions, old relationships, relationships that you have, and how they're serving you and how they affect you in your everyday life. And if you have people in your life that don't allow you to make that next step, or kind of hinder you from making that next step, then they need to go. You need to push them aside, because it's time to think about Gemini. You know, maybe it's old patterns. Maybe you're doing things that you used to do that didn't work for you then. So maybe you need to change that up. If you're in a state of mind of fear and doubt and regret, that's going to keep you back. So let it go. You know, pray and let it go. Meditate, however you can, to release those fears, those anxieties, all of those chains that bind you from you moving forward and being blessed. You need to detach yourself from that. And that's what this card is all about. It's talking about letting things go. I don't know if you can see, but she's holding a mask up here, and she's looking at it and she's saying, you know what, I'm going to release this mask. I am no longer going to hide behind this mask, and I am going to be true to me. I'm going to detach myself from the fear. And she's chained here, but she's going to release these chains that keep her binded, that keep her from making that next step. So whatever that is to you, Gemini, you need to detach yourself. And maybe that's why you're at a crossroad of making a decision with the Two of Swords. Or maybe that's why you need to be the hermit and just kind of take time for yourself and meditate and pray and go within and try to find yourself and find the answers to what's going to work for you in 2018. The next card you got is loyalty, okay? And this is, you know, it's so funny how these cards work, you know. It never seems to amaze me. This card is being, you know, it's calling you to stand up and believe in yourself and believe in what, it's believing in who you are and who you are meant to be. And that's what this card is. And, you know, sometimes we're tested on how loyal we are to ourselves. And you find yourself in a difficult, you know, position, maybe to make a decision, to speak to people, even to yourself, because you've hidden behind this mask and you've attached yourself to old patterns and habits that you're not able to be loyal to yourself. Or maybe you're attached to people that no longer serve you, that don't allow you to be faithful to who you are. This card is a true tester of character. And know that you need to choose rightly, you know, rightfully. Stand up for what you believe in and be loyal only to what is true and good for you, Gemini. So definitely you need to detach yourself. Release these chains that bind you. Get out of this darkness. Get rid of the mask so that you can start to then be loyal to yourself, so that you can see yourself in the mirror and be like, you know what, you're beautiful, you're amazing, You're victorious. You are successful. You are beautiful. Let's make this step. Let's get out of darkness. Take the mask that you're hiding behind off and release it. Release the chains that bind you from making that next step, Gemini, because that's what this reading is all about. It's all about you being at a crossroads. I'm making a decision on a job that no longer serves you, a person, a situation, a behavior. You need to detach yourself and be honest and loyal to yourself. Okay? And if you got to be the hermit sometimes and go within spiritually and find that peace within yourself, to find that love for yourself, to find that guidance to help you make the decisions that you need to make. Gemini, I really hope that this reading will help you in moving into the next year, in 2018. And I want to apologize for not getting the readings out sooner. I personally have been going through a lot. As you know, I relocated back in June to Texas, and now I need to go to California. My mother is very ill, and my grandmother is in critical condition. Two both beautiful, amazing women, very strong women, and I'm having to find a way to get there. And it's been really hard because, you know, working full time and trying to make money because my job just covers my everyday bills, right? And so now I need to find a way to get myself to California so that I can be there for my grandmother and my mom. My grandmother is actually going to be taken off life support, I believe tomorrow or Sunday. So I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to go there regardless. I don't know how, you know, financially, but I'm just going to have faith and go and see what happens. So I may not be doing readings the next week or two, only because, you know, I need time to heal from the things that I'm going through. But I wanted to get this reading out, this check-in reading, for all the signs before I leave. And, you know that I appreciate every subscriber, every viewer, and I appreciate the comments. I love interacting with you guys. But again, you know, I hope that this reading helps you in 2018. And may you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't get back to you by then. I know that God is seeing you through every situation.